What is going on, guys? It is week 4 in the NFL Pick'em, and we got your picks right here today. But before we get started, I want to encourage you to join Beat the Geek contest, where you can win a trip for 2 to an NFL game. It's easy and free to register. All you have to do is scan the QR link, the QR code that's on your screen, or click the link that's in the description below. I must say, before we get started, my lock of the week last week, magnifique, as we picked the Los Angeles Rams versus the San Francisco 49ers plus the 6.5. We took the Rams plus 6.5. Not only did they cover the spread, but they won outright in a beautiful game. So we are 1-0. We just started our locks of the week last week. We're going to have a lock of the week this week as well. But we are 1-0 in our lock of the week. So let's go ahead and get started again. Make sure you join the contest and play along. The first matchup we have is the New Orleans Saints at the Atlanta Falcons. I like the Falcons in this one. I really think New Orleans Saints, after the first 2 weeks, I think they're overvalued. I think people think that their offense is like really, really good. I think it's good. I don't think it's really good. I like Atlanta's defense, especially with those 2 safeties, Jesse Bates and Simmons. So I am taking Atlanta in this one. Give me Atlanta minus the 1.5. All right, next up, we got the Cincinnati Bengals at the Carolina Panthers. Couple of storylines here, right? Carolina has Andy Dalton, former Bengals. Bengals are 0-3, can't afford to go 0-4. Like 0-3 is bad, but going 0-4, you might as well forget it. Panthers are going to be at home. Bengals coming off of that disappointing loss to the Commanders last week. Man, this one is tough, but I gotta believe the better team, with the desperation that they're going to have, is going to put things together. I know their defense is just as bad as the Commanders' defense. I'm a Commanders fan because they didn't allow a punt to their opponent last week in the Commanders. But I think they'll get it done this week. Look, they're going to be hyper focused. They're going to be determined. Not saying they weren't determined last week, but I just have a feeling that Joe Shiesty is going to get it done. Give me Cincinnati Bengals minus 5.5 on the road. All right, next up, we have the Los Angeles Rams versus the Chicago Bears. I picked the Rams last week. I loved it. They are plus 2.5, which I'm surprised. The Bears have not looked good on offense. Their defense is always good. But San Francisco's defense was good last week, was supposed to be good too. And this Rams offense, with Tutu Atwell and just a mishmash of wide receivers, got it done last week. So give me the Rams plus the 2.5 on the road at Chicago Bears, as Caleb Williams starts to get it together. I think he's going to start to get it together, but not enough to win this game. So give me the Rams plus the 2.5. All right. And here's my lock of the game. Here's my lock. We have the Minnesota Vikings at the Green Bay Packers. It's still, I think Jordan Love is going to play. They talked about Jordan Love playing. There's a lot of other storylines on this. You got Aaron Jones coming back to the Packers, who's on Minnesota. I think he'll get a touchdown if you're into that kind of thing. But minus 2.5 at home, I get it. Brian Flores has this Minnesota Vikings defense just flying around. He's disguising it good. He made Stroud look like he was lost out there. He made Stroud look like he was a rookie again. But I just think LaFleur is a better play caller. I really believe in LaFleur and the way he calls plays. He has done it and got the job done with Malik Willis. He's going to get his guy back in Jordan Love this week. They're at home. It's a divisional game. Give me the Packers minus 2.5. That is my lock for this week. All right, moving on to the next game. We have Jacksonville at Houston. Houston is minus 4.5. I don't even understand how they're minus 4.5 to a Jacksonville Jaguars team that has done pretty much nothing. I mean, earlier in the week they were minus 6.5, and I was willing to take the 6.5. And now you're telling me they only have to win by 4.5. Yeah, okay. Give me the Texans minus 4.5 over Jacksonville. You got to understand also Houston coming off of that loss. They are going to be super focused. They're at home. Jacksonville has not looked good. I don't. This is a odd. This is like I was thinking about this being my lock, but to me this is just too easy. This is too easy. Give me Houston Texans minus 4.5. All right, next we have the Pittsburgh Steelers at the Indianapolis Colts. Indianapolis Colts is a plus 1.5. To me, Pittsburgh has to have a letdown game soon, right? Like they have to. There's gonna be a game where their defense is not going to be able to get to the quarterback, where Justin Fields is not going to play very well. Like he has not had a bad game since he started for the Steelers. But it's something about the Steelers that they just are able to get the job done. This one was a tough one. But I'm going to take the Steelers to go 4-0 to start this NFL season over the Indianapolis Colts at home. Give me Pittsburgh Steelers minus the 1.5. All right, next game. We have the Denver Broncos at the New York Jets. The line is minus 7.5. That is a lot of points, in my opinion. 7.5 is a lot of points. I'd be happy if it was at 7, but now you're saying that they got to beat them by a touchdown plus. Ooh. I kind of went back and forth on this one. Denver looked pretty good, looked okay last week. But I'm just going to trust in Aaron Rodgers. I think he said all the right things. We have to learn how to handle success. We have to, temper the room and make sure that, we do the things that we need to do to keep stacking wins. Give me the Jets minus 7.5. I know it's a lot. 7.5 points is a lot. But I don't think Denver's going to be ready. Give me the Jets minus 7.5. All right, this one's going to be a good one. This one is going to be a good one. I'm really looking forward to this game right here. We have the Philadelphia Eagles at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Tampa Bay is plus 2.5. Plus 2.5. If I had a choice, I would not pick this one. Like, I just think the Eagles are in disarray. Like, there's something going on. AJ Brown is still out. Jalen Carter was a man among boys last week, and it's going to take a Hercules effort from him again in order to handle this Bucs offense. I'm taking the Bucs. I don't want to do it, but you're giving me 2.5. I'm taking the Bucs plus 2.5 at home against the Eagles. All right. This is my team, right? I'm a Commanders fan through and through. And I have no idea where I should go with this. Like, of course, I'm picking the Commanders. But the fact that they're underdogs, I kind of really like it. Earlier in the week, this spread was minus 3.5. But now it's minus 5.5 for Arizona. The Washington Commanders have not punted in 2 straight games. Not only have they not punted in 2 straight games, they have not gone 3 and out this whole season. Jaden Daniels is a rookie, right? Last time I checked, he was a rookie. A rookie has not gone 3 and out in his NFL career in his first 3 games. I think that is impressive. I think they keep it going. Cliff Kingsbury going back to Arizona. I think they're super focused, and I think if they can, and they say all the right things, right? Um, I think Austin Eckler is out. That's going to be a huge blow, in my opinion. Austin Eckler is out, but for the Arizona Cardinals, like Trey McBride, their tight end is out, which Commanders have a hard time guarding tight ends. So you know what? I know it's a homer pick, but give me Washington plus the 5.5. I'm a little worried about Austin Eckler being out because he provides so much for that offense. But give me Washington uh, and the points. All right, next we got the New England Patriots at San Francisco. San Francisco suffered a bad loss last week. I mean, a bad loss last week. They allowed the Rams to come back and win that game when they had that game in their hands. Of course, there's multiple injuries. Trent Williams is questionable. Deebo Samuel still questionable. Christian McCaffrey's out. Don't know the status of Kittle. I think Kittle is back. Minus 10.5 is a lot of points. A lot of points. I just can't do it. I just can't. A double digit loss in the NFL when you've lost that many players and you might not have your best offensive tackle or your best wide receiver. It's a gutsy pick. But give me the Patriots plus the 10.5. All right, next we got the Kansas City Chiefs at the Los Angeles Chargers. I think the Chargers will be without Herbert. I think the Chiefs only don't have that many injuries, but I think Joey Bosa is out. Justin Herbert is questionable. Um, their safety, Derwin James, is out, and they're a plus 7.5 at home. Kansas City hasn't looked that good. I know they're undefeated, but they have not looked that good. I think they turn it around this week. So give me Kansas City minus the 7.5. I know it's a lot of points, but I I just don't trust. I just think there's too many injuries at key spots for um, the Chargers, especially Derwin James not being in that secondary causing havoc. Give me the Chiefs minus 7.5. All right, we got a tale of two bad teams right here. Cleveland at the Las Vegas Raiders. This is a pick'em game. This is pretty much a pick'em game. Who do you believe more? Who has the better team? Devontae Adams is going to be out of this game. Matt Crosby is doubtful. That should give a lot of hope for Cleveland, even though they won't have Njoku or Jack Conklin, their offensive tackle. I think without Devontae Adams, without Matt Crosby, I gotta go with Cleveland because Cleveland still gonna have Myles Garrett, and they should be able to put a lot of pressure on the Raiders' offensive line. So this is a pick'em game. I'm picking Cleveland to win, actually. So give me Cleveland minus the 0.5 points. All right. The premier game of the slate, in my opinion, is the Buffalo Bills at the Baltimore Ravens. Ravens minus 2.5 at home. Let's talk injuries first, right? Ravens defensive tackle looks like he's doubtful. Their center looks like he's doubtful. And their guard looks like he's doubtful as well. For the Bills, not many injuries. Not many injuries. They come into this game, they pounded and just they whooped Jacksonville last week. Um, it's a, I guess it's kind of a, it's not really a short week. They played on Monday, but I'm kind of going back and forth between this. I kind of like Buffalo in this position. Obviously the Ravens are more of a desperate team. Um, but also the Ravens have faced better teams, right? You know, Ravens have had the sixth toughest schedule to this point, whereas the Bills have had the 24th easiest schedule to this point. Or yeah, or the 24th toughest schedule to this point. So obviously the Ravens have faced better competition. This will be Baltimore's really their first test. I think it's because they're at home. Hey, I don't know. Like Josh Allen is playing like an MVP candidate. I can see it going both ways. But I'm gonna pick the home team minus the 2.5 in this one. All right, we have the Tennessee Titans versus the Miami Dolphins, and I admit I was gonna pick the Titans on this one, just because the Dolphins, no Tua, no Raheem Mustard. I think he's out. Kendall Fuller is out, but they told me that this guy Tyler Huntley was going to start for the Dolphins. And I think Tyler Huntley is one of the best backups you can have. So, uh, seriously, and what's his name? Will Levis has looked bad. So give me Miami plus the 1.5 at home with Tyler Huntley as quarterback. I really like that. I think they only win by a field goal, but they'll win by more than 1.5. So give me Miami. All right. Another good game. Seahawks at Detroit. I like this game. I like this game. Um, Not a lot of injuries on either side. I believe like the running back Kenneth Walker, the second or third, is coming back, so he's going to be fully healthy for this one. But I'm going to pick. I think I'm going to go with the Lions. Seattle is 3-0. Detroit Lions are 2-1. Give me the Detroit Lions minus the 4.5 at home. All right. Then we got to pick total completed passes by both teams combined. I don't think they're going to be throwing that much. I'm going to pick 45 as the tiebreaker. So those are my NFL pick'ems for week 4. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. What is your lock for this week 4 slate? And y'all know what my lock is. Hold on, who did I pick as my lock? I forgot that quick. Oh, Green Bay. Green Bay over Minnesota. That is my lock right there. Minus the 2.5. Minus the 2.5. So I appreciate y'all. Make sure you stick that like button, subscribe to the channel. Again, let me know what your lock is for this slate. And good luck this weekend. And I will see you next time. To do shop, I'm out. Oh, make sure you follow me on Twitter at Shopmaster. And make sure you follow my sponsor, The Sports Geek. You can follow them on Twitter at @thesports_geek and give them a follow. I appreciate it. To do shop, I'm out. Peace.